2, 1. You failed, Aiden.
The light, no.
Aiden, you failed. Okay, guys. So, Zane, I'm starting my lecture right now. Okay. So, it's kind of weird, but it says Pythagorean Theorem. But there's a light reflection on the board. But anyway.
I think it's
Pythagorean Theorem. Light reflection.
No, I think this is right.
I think it's like the human
Can we have? Oh, I see. That's actually okay. Can you guys see it okay?
Yeah.
That's actually probably
nice.
So okay. So we're going to talk about the Pythagorean theorem, and basically up to this point we've been talking about radicals. Radicals, how to solve for square roots, right? Things that have square roots or cubed roots or fourth roots or fifth roots or sixth roots. We haven't really spent time on those, but the square roots. And Pythagorean theorem is a wonderful, very clever theorem that is very, very useful. And you will use it in real life. Okay. You will use it in real life. I actually built a cabin for somebody about, like, I don't know, 15 years ago. It was a very small, it was really more a storage unit, but it turned into a cabin because it was a big storage unit that then had a nice window and a nice door and insulation. Pretty soon it became a cabin. But at the point, when I was creating the foundation, you guys know what the foundation is? Of a house, right? I was trying to figure out, okay, well, where are my four corners to my house? And then I was trying to think, well, wait, how do I know that I'm getting a perfect right angle between, it's like when I didn't want my cabin to look like this, right? I mean, the foundation, I wanted it to look like a rectangle, right? And I was trying to think, well, how can I get a 90-degree angle? And then I thought, oh, Pythagorean theorem, right? And so I know that, I just happen to know that with a right triangle, and this Pythagorean theorem only works with right triangles, at least as the way we're going to be learning right now. But if these are called the legs, okay? The legs, this is a leg, this is a leg. The legs are attached to the 90-degree angle, right? And what's this called? In a triangle. Hypotenuse. This is called the hypotenuse.
Why can't I just call it a head?
Why can't you just call it the hippopotamus?
Right. Well, you can. That's fine. So the hypotenuse with a right triangle is always the longest side. So it's very important with the Pythagorean theorem to know which side is which. The legs are connected to the right angle. The hypotenuse is the longest side. Okay? Right? And so the formula goes a squared plus b squared equals c squared. Now I happen to know something. Let's just try this. I guess I want to know is this, if this were 3 feet and this were 4 feet and this were 5 feet, I would want to know, is this angle a 90-degree angle? How would I figure that out?
Square 3 or see if it adds up to 25.
So I could use this formula, right? I could say, okay, my A and my B are my legs, right? They're my legs. They're attached to the 90-degree angle.
Oh,
my
so
C is the 5.
25.
So let's try it. So we got 3 squared, right? That's the A squared. Plus B squared. Whoops, sorry. B squared is 4 squared, right? 4 squared equals 5 squared. Now let's see if that's true. 9 plus 16 equals 25. Is that true? 9 plus 16 is 25. 25 equals 25. Okay, that's true. That means, what does that mean though? That means this is a right angle right here. This is a right triangle, and that's my right angle. So what I did is I took, when I was building my cabin, right, I figured, okay, I just stretched you know, I basically had some areas, you know, where I thought my posts were going to go, right, like that. And I stretched strings to them, and then I measured 3 feet up this way and 4 feet this way, and then I took a tape measure and measured this distance, and if it was, and it wasn't exactly 5. Excuse me, it wasn't exactly 5. So then I had to move them in a little bit and bring it in so that this was exactly 5 feet. And then I knew that I had a perfect right angle. So it's something that you can use and will use, most likely.
I find it hard to believe that your cavity is 5 feet.
No. I'm saying the cabin was much bigger, right? The cabin was up here, right? I just didn't want to mess up my writing. But I mean, you know, it was much longer, but all I needed was 3 feet this way to I marked 3 feet on the line, and I marked 4 feet on the line that kept going over here. You're right, it's not 4 feet there. It's like the other post is here or something, right? And so I measured 4 feet, and then I just made sure that was 5 feet. So it was useful. It's a useful technique to find that out. So
also, you can just hire the contractor, and then the only thing you have to calculate was the bill.
Sure, whatever.
But
okay.
if you're going to be that contractor.
Okay. So
I'm not a contractor, so I don't care.
So
Exactly.
you might get a problem like this. Is this triangle? And guys, the shortcut for triangle is that, okay? So I'm going to use that for the word triangle now. Is this triangle a right triangle?
No.
Okay, and here's the triangle.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Yes, definitely.
Who knows, guys?
We know.
You
Okay.
wrote triangle.
6,
You said
7,
it
and
was
8.
triangle.
So which is my A, which is my B, and which is my C?
6
Now
and
one.
7 are the A and this is the B, and then the 8 is the C.
Is he right?
Yeah.
He's saying that these two are the A's and the B's. Doesn't really matter which one's A, which one's B. But it does matter which one's C. Right? The C is the longest side. So we're going to try it. So we got A squared plus B squared equals C squared. A squared plus B squared equals C squared. We've got 6 squared plus 7 squared equals 8 squared. So 6 times 6 is 36 plus 49 is equal to 64.
No.
No, it's already 70, 85, right? 85 is not equal to 64. Do you know how to say not equal to?
Yeah, it's like a little crossy thingy.
Yeah, you cross it out. No. Therefore, if that is not true, that means this is not at 90 degrees. I don't know what it is, but it's definitely not 90 degrees.
Call it Illuminati.
Right? Okay, so that's the first kind of a problem you might
Can we
get.
just write not 90 degrees if it's not 90 degrees?
Sure.
Or could you write no? Could you just like write no?
Sure, that's fine.
No.
Okay. All right, second kind of problem you might get. The second type of problem you might get is a problem where it says find the length of the missing side. So some people are talking while I'm giving a lecture. Find the length of the missing side.
This is like subtraction and addition and multiplication.
Okay, so we'll say this is x, this is 2, and this is 5. All right, how would I do it?
5, 2,
Equals 29.
4 plus 25.
And I'm going to put the 90-degree angle there, okay?
5 plus 2 equals x.
So I've got 5 squared plus 2 squared equals x squared. You guys agree? Yes?
Yeah.
Obvious that that's my hypotenuse. That's my longest side.
So it's 29.
25 plus 4 is equal to x squared. All right? I'm going to put my x, I like my x squared on the other side, so I'm going to rewrite it. X squared equals, what's 25 plus 4? 29. So now what do I do?
The square root of 29.
There is no square root.
So I take the square root and I got x is equal to the square root of 29, which equals approximately, do you know how to write approximately?
Yeah, it's like a squiggly line.
Like a squiggly equal sign?
Can't you just leave it as the square
God,
root of
I'm
29?
like 20,
No, now
21.
tonight's homework, I want you to go one step further, and I want you to use a calculator. Most calculators, all you have to do is type in the number 29, and then hit the square root sign, and it says 5.3851648, and it keeps going. But
5.3.
just round to the nearest tenth.
So x equals the
Approximately 5.4.
That
Right.
equals 5.4.
Approximately. Okay? But that's real life. This is the way it happens in real life. You don't leave it as the square root of 29 usually. You go to the next step to find out, I need to know what's the length of this side. I'm a contractor, I'm a builder, I'm building a house, I'm building a roof. I need to know how long to cut my board. If you tell me that I need to cut it square to 29 inches, what does that mean, right? I need to know. I want to know it's 5.4 inches or 5.4 feet or something. Does that make sense?
And then you get to
Right.
the fun stuff where it's like, you know the hypotenuse and you have to figure out the
Right.
Those are fun.
Yeah. So wait, we're going to do one more problem. All right. I'll draw a new one. All right, last one. So this is number 3. Did I do that one? I did that one. Yeah, I did. Okay. Number 3. Okay. Let's say this is 20.
Obviously not a right angle.
6x. All right, how would I set this up? I know my formula is a squared plus b squared equals c squared.
Learn how to funny it.
I need a calculator.
What do I do?
So
Dylan,
you put 20,
Dylan.
20 if
Wait a
you
minute. Dylan, what would you do?
20 squared plus 6 squared equals x squared.
Say it again.
20 squared plus x squared equals.
So you have to remember, he made a little mistake.
That's not the
Wait. Yeah, you got to ask yourself, which is the hypotenuse? Which is C? It is the longest side. The other way to know what C is notice in a 90-degree triangle, in a right triangle, the right angle is the biggest angle. Do you guys agree with me? It's got to be. Because what is this angle plus this angle plus this angle equal?
180.
180. 90 is half of 180. These two share the other 90, right? They're split somehow. So these are less than 90, and that's 90. That's my biggest angle. The biggest side of a triangle is always opposite the biggest angle. So the biggest side is this side. So that is my C. So Dylan, does that make sense now?
Yeah.
See how that's my C. So now to keep going. What do I do?
X squared plus 6 squared equals 20 squared.
Yes. Beautiful. All right. So now I'm going to just x plus 36 is equal to 400, and I'm going to subtract 36. Subtract 36.
Wait, why do you what?
I'm turning 6 squared is 36.
Square root of
20 squared is 400.
Wait,
Right?
you lost your x squared.
Oh, you're right. You're right. I did. Great. Thank you.
Oh, it's because x is not the longest side.
Right. In this case, x is not the longest side. It's one of the legs. You have to be aware of that. Right? You have to always, before you set this up, before you set this up, I'll call on you in a second. Before you set any of these problems up, always ask yourself which is the longest side, because that's your C. Okay? Okay, so x squared is equal to 364. And so now,
Oh, I got it.
yes.
It's approximately 19.1.
So x is equal to the square root of 364, which is what?
19.1.
0.1?
19.1.
Okay.
Because it's 19.0.
And I don't put equals, I say approximately equal to
Yeah.
19.1. Right? Yes.
Okay, what if you have like an equilateral triangle? Can you do that like
That's a great question. Pythagorean theorem only works with right triangles. So it will not work with an equilateral triangle.
With an equilateral triangle,
What?
there
There are many theorems for different things.
There are different theorems for different triangles and different things that you will learn.
Are we gonna go
But
into
this is only for a right triangle. So that's the key. You've got to be sure you see a little right angle here somewhere, right?
It's like, anyway, for an equilateral triangle, if you know one side, you know the rest.
Right.
Same.
Yeah. Now, let me just say one other thing. Remember how I said the biggest angle, all you have to do is go to the side opposite that angle to get the biggest side. The same thing is true with the littlest angle. Let's say this is the littlest angle. I know now that the littlest side is the side opposite that littlest angle. This is littler, right, than this. Right? Did turn it? Yeah, see, that's 19. This is 6. Right? So I can always compare my sides. If I was asked which angles were the biggest, I could find the biggest side and go to the angle opposite again, right? Okay. So that's basically it. So that's all you need to know to do the homework. And I think I'm going to just turn this off.
Yay!
Hopefully it's still on.